Yo, what's going on? So, I don't post videos, but I'll post this one. So, I've just recorded this to send off to some private equity companies, and it's a demo of this governance body working, and it gets saved in a SHA-256 file, and so you can pull it up on a leisure after and audit like AI. I was fucking nervous recording that, and I don't even know why. I was trying to sound like an anchor. Like, I got here at this hotel at like 7 PM last night. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm there. I'm just stressing. Anyways, I've recorded it. I sounded like authentic, and I'm just gonna send that. I'm gonna attach it in the emails. But this is like quite cool. I've come up with this architecture that allows multiple models to have like a debate, and then they get observed by like an unbiased like observer agent who will then veto actions if they're not in line with the initial prompt or the company's goals. So what I'll do here is I'll run it again. If we get this up, hang on. Reconnecting, this is annoying. Wait there. Okay, hopefully this works. Right, here we go. So you can see in this demo, what it's trying to do is trade Ethereum against the US dollar. It will then get passed off to a secondary worker agent, which offers like an extension on that original thesis and goes, hey, look, that's cool, it's alright, but we can alter it a little bit. And then finally, this observer agent I was talking about looks at both these guys chatting and goes, this is fucking stupid. You're going to lose a lot of money. Don't do that. And then it goes, look, I'm shutting this down. And then after it shuts it down, it gets saved in a SHA-256 encrypted receipt, which is like stored on a ledger, similar to a blockchain, but it wouldn't be public facing. It would be stored on like an AWS server. So it would be like internal use only. And then here you have the hash. So all you have to go back and do is, I don't know, assign this hash to a word, like a file. Well, you can even just save the hash itself, but no one's really going to remember that across hundreds of different instances. So you would name it, I don't know, via the prompt name Ethereum versus USD extreme trade, something like that. Point is, when a governance body comes in and says, look, your AI messed up, it made a mistake, why did it do this? You can now go back and say, well, this is the decision it made, this is why it made it. And it either won't get vetoed, or it will get vetoed, depending on like training data and the environment you're setting up. But if it does get vetoed, then you can go, look, well, it actually stopped that decision, and this is why, this is the logic, or it didn't, and this is the logic, this is why it lost X amount, or messed up, or made the wrong decision. It's cool, it's there, and it kind of feels this like black box problem we have at the moment, where you can't see why the neural networks are making the decisions they are. Big tech companies have this already, but it's not kind of public facing, and so that's what I want to fix. I want to take this out of this select hands that it's in and just make it more publicly accessible, because it's got real world use cases, and for me it would be used in finance, but then it could also be used across medical applications. And yeah, if you've watched all of this, just let me know what you think, because I think it's kind of cool.